Hi guys, welcome to the 9th episode of Comicgeddon.
Where all geek culture collide.
We've got a great episode for you today. We're breaking this up. We're going to be putting each segment out on a different day each week, so that there won't be any more half-hour or hour-long episodes, so that hopefully we can get more views. We're going to be doing, I'll be doing recommended reading. We've got Superman Doomsday Hunter Prey for you on the recommended reading. John will be doing toy review of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And since Amber and Jeff aren't here this week, Amber had a death in the family and Jeff is in the bathroom. Yeah.
Spray in there, will ya?
I'm going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed, all the PS3 games. I haven't got a PS4 yet, so won't be able to do Unity or Syndicate, but I'll be doing all the others. So,
and like you said, I'll be doing Power Rangers, and I mean the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So,
also, we're on a new channel now, Comicgeddon TV on YouTube.
welcome if you're watching on there now.
The full broadcast of our show, which will be half an hour to an hour long broadcast, will still be on John's Geeking Out Comics channel as well as my channel as well. And then the individual episodes will be put onto Comicgeddon TV.
Which you could just Google that on YouTube.
And of course, all these episodes are a Dutch oven production. Directed and produced by S.M. Kornfeld.
And how fit is that it's called Dutch oven? Because my girlfriend gets pissed at me all the time.
I keep threatening my wife to do it to her.
Well, she'll leave me if I do that.
Yeah, so stay tuned, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to News in a Flash. This third episode of News in a Flash. This week, I've dug every site I could think of to try and dig up some news for you guys.
It's another slow week.
Yeah, very slow week other than the top news, which he'll get to. This week, Michael Keaton backed out of talks to be in the Spider-Man Homecoming film.
Why?
Yeah. Willem Dafoe joins the cast of Justice League in a mystery role.
I think it's Martian Manhunter. It's the only role that really fit him.
I don't know.
But we can talk more about this later.
X-23 may possibly be making her cinematic debut in Wolverine 3. If you guys don't know who X-23 is, then
Pick up a comic book.
give me your geek card.
No.
X-23 is the female clone of Wolverine. There were 22 before her that failed.
Hence X-23.
Yeah.
Her first debut was in X-Men Evolution.
Yeah.
Her animated series.
Yeah.
And then they translated her to book. So, which I have the first and second appearance of right here at Geek Out Comics at 2924 North Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Decatur, Illinois.
See, I thought she debuted in comics and then they transferred.
Cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Cartoon first.
Okay. This week, Patrick Stewart dressed in drag to promote his the second season of his show, Blunt Talk.
And everybody thought it was Helen Mirren.
Yeah. Sci-Fi Channel, which just goes by Sci-Fi now, has ordered a pilot for a hopeful new Superman prequel series.
Who's entitled? Are those your words?
Yeah, my words. Entitled Krypton. We'll see, since they just ordered the pilot, it's not really, they didn't really order the series yet. They did the same thing with the new Phantom, where he was a parkour.
We're trying to ignore that.
I actually liked that movie.
I like the movie. I didn't like the sci-fi reboot.
Well, see, I liked the sci-fi reboot. I thought it fit.
You're the reason why sci-fi is still making stupid movies.
Hey, I like Sharknado.
So you're the reason why everybody's still making sci-fi still making those stupid movies.
Hey, Sharknado was pretty cool. Anyway, Krypton will focus on the L family and the planet Krypton itself before its destruction.
So this should be in all but like 5 episodes.
Robert Downey Jr. is set to reprise his role of Tony Stark in Spider-Man Homecoming. and possibly Iron Man as well. With
They're not giving too many details on that though, as they shouldn't.
yeah. Your turn.
So, all right. Of course, we have some sad news, which we'll touch upon later on in the episode. I'll tell you, for the last couple weeks here, it's just been horrible. Very sad. We've had Doris Roberts passed away. If you don't know who Doris Roberts, she played Raymond's mom. Everybody loves
She
Raymond.
played Miss Miracle on the Hallmark Channel Christmas movies.
She played the mom, one of the moms in the Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase's mother-in-law.
Very funny lady. So sad that she passed away. The next legend icon here, Jody Lauer, known as China to the wrestling world,
It was
passed away.
one right after the other. Like one day, the next day.
I think Doris Roberts died about three days before China. But yeah, China passed away, which is just blew everybody's mind away. And of course, everybody's jumped to the conclusion that she committed suicide. Well, it's looking like she didn't. It was just like an accidental overdose on prescription drugs. So, and then the big one. This was what we consider the big one. The big shocker was the artist formerly known as the Prince himself. Prince.
Yeah. He was still known as Prince.
He was still known as Prince. He was known as Prince. The artist formerly known as the Symbol.
The star formerly known as was back in the 90s,
Yeah,
back before
right.
many of you were even
But, Prince died, and again we'll get into this later. And that kind of hit me a little bit.
Yeah.
I
I know I was sitting at Dairy Queen whenever I saw your post about it.
And I was sitting here at the store. I just opened up the store and everything, and so. But we'll get into where were you when we do our little our final farewell nod to these wonderful actors later on here in the show. Getting back to Robert Downey Jr. though.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is flooding the news.
He's going to be busy. It was more of a trickle of news this week. But it's awesome. I'm excited because I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, and Sherlock Holmes 3 is going to start filming this year.
I know. I've always loved Sherlock Holmes. As a kid growing up, I was one of the only kids in my class who would read Sherlock Holmes books, Peter Pan, like the actual novel Peter Pan, and King Arthur and Shakespeare and all that.
Wish they screwed up with that horrible movie.
I like
King
Pan.
Arthur movie? No, King Arthur.
Oh.
And we're gonna finally get a new Doctor Who companion. We're gonna find out who it is
Tonight.
Yeah,
We're filming this Saturday, so
so it's gonna be tonight, and I really need to catch up.
so do
And I
I.
missed the second half of the last season. I haven't even watched the Christmas episode yet.
I don't either.
So I really need to catch up. So I'll probably end up catching this episode again when it probably releases on DVD. I'm bad. I really am. I love Doctor Who, and I love Peter Capaldi.
I don't know if they're. I don't think they're going to be able to really get the whole interaction between the Doctor and Clara, though. I mean, with this new companion.
Well, Claire's going to be leaving if she hasn't already.
Claire's already
Claire's
gone,
already
yeah.
gone. So,
Well, when the episode when her last appearance, it kind of left it open that she could possibly return at some point because technically she kind of died, but
it's Doctor Who. So,
he stopped time at the last second of her death.
how many times did Worry die? Exactly. Wizard World is set to scale back their conventions after a 4.25 million loss last year. I always thought it was ridiculous for them to have. I mean, they have a Wizard World convention every month somewhere. Yeah. And back when I was going, last time I went, I was back in 2004. There was like 4 Wizard Worlds. There was one in Chicago. I think there was one in St. Louis. There was one in Ohio. There was one in I think California.
Yeah.
So and now there's like I think almost one a month.
You know, Wizard World could actually learn a lot from Power Morphicon, the Power Rangers convention, because they hold it every 2 or 4 years, something like that. And it just gets flooded with fans of Power Rangers, you know.
Well, if they would just scale it back to, say, 4 conventions, even just cut it down to 5 or 6 instead of 1 every month. Because you look at some people like Lou Ferrigno, don't get me started, Jason David Franks, they have a list of Wizard World conventions, and their list is like this freaking long because there's a Wizard World convention in practically every damn state. So, not to mention the fact it's gone the way of San Diego Comic-Con where it's all Hollywood. When I was going, you could see the start of the whole Hollywood thing go where it was mostly, we're here for the celebs. When in reality, it should have been about the fans. Yeah. Always be about the fans. Have the artists there. Don't get me wrong. I love the celeb aspect. That's what attracted me to go. But when you overflood it with, like Johnny Depp, and you overflood it with like, it's just, and you're waiting in line for a whole day just to see one person.
Yeah, and you always have a chance to get, people like Jason David Frank's autograph because he's at every single convention.
Well, something else they started doing, just like San Diego Comic-Con, is now you have to have a special pass to go see certain celebrities. Yeah. And again, when I went, I was able to see about 3 or 4 different celebrity booths in one day, and I went for 3 days. So I would hit, like probably 12 different celebrities and artists, that whole span. I'd probably at least 12. And now you're lucky to get 1, maybe 2 in one day or weekend even. So I agree. They need to scale it back, and I'm glad they're here and they're gonna do it. I just hope they do it right. Maybe I'll actually go to another Wizard World, But right now, the one I want to go to is C2E2, which I missed this year again.
So I may be going to Wizard World in August, whenever it's in Chicago. Maybe if everything
depends on who's there.
Yeah. See, I've never been to a convention before, so it'd be my first. Be popping my cherry.
The tickets are insanely expensive now too. To where for me, when I got the tickets for 3 days, it was like $80. Now it's like 100, 125. I think at one point, depending on where you go, it's 150 for all 3 days. That's So anyway, that's supposed to be news in a flash.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's a slow week.
Yeah, but at least we were able to talk about the news, and rather than the past couple people who've done it and just kind of flew through it and mixed up Spider-Man with Superman. Did you notice that? And,
did you really?
Billy said Superman Homecoming instead of Spider-Man, and then
I didn't notice that.
Chris's girlfriend, whenever she was voicing over you, she did the same thing. So,
I maybe we're looking for Marvel to get a hold of Superman and do it right. That's the only way we're going to get a good DC comic book movie?
I don't know. I think they really need to get Bruce Timm to do the live action stuff. He really did the animated universe right. He did it perfectly. So stay tuned. We'll be back with the first episode of Comicgeddon on our new channel, Comicgeddon TV.
We have a new channel?
Yes, we do.
Well, we're going to have to talk about that when we come back.
Yeah. Stay tuned.